Hello everybody, my name is Takaaki and I'm starting something new today. I'm thankful that I'm starting to get some followers on Instagram and TikTok. So I thought maybe, why not, start a YouTube channel as well. Reddit of Japan is called 2 channel, 2 channel, 2chan. And there are so many interesting stories that people put up. And I thought, why not read that in Japanese and translate it in English? And see if people can learn Japanese phrases or people can learn English phrases. How to, say things in English if any Japanese people are watching. 英語と日本語両方でやっていけるんじゃないかなと思っております。ということで、I would like to start. それでは Welcome to Talk with Takaaki. さて、一つ目のお話でございます。First story, the title. これ絶対時空の歪みだろ。わら。W means LOL. すごすぎわろた。www. LOL. これ、this must be a time warp. I'm surprised. I'm mesmerized. LOL. That is the title. Let's see what kind. 結構最近の話なんだけど、俺らが中1の時に学校でかくれんぼしてて、体育倉庫みたいなところに隠られてたやつが行方不明になったことがあった。後輩の話によると、授業中に廊下を見たこともないジャージのやつが歩いてるって騒ぎになって、そいつを捕まえて調べたら、俺らが中1の時に行方不明になったやつだった。当時の服装のまま、年も取ってない状態でえらい騒ぎになった。Oh, weird. English time. It's a recent story, he says. When I was first grade in middle school, I was playing hide and seek in my school, and there was a guy who went to hide around a gymnasium storage unit, and he went missing. And according to his kohai is like younger generation compared to you in Japanese. According to their kohai, there was a person who's been walking around their hallway during classes. So they caught them, they investigated. Turns out it was a guy who went missing when this person was the first grade in middle school. And he was found with the same outfit, without aging, and it created some turmoil. Maji? Can you believe that? そんなことあんの? Like, have you guys ever had that kind of thing? In Japan, we call that kamikakushi. So kamikakushi is a title of Spirited Away. We don't have the direct translation. That Ghibli movie, It's not Ghibli movie. It's a Ghibli movie. 千と千尋の神隠し Spirited Away. And what happened? それから生徒の保護者宅へ連絡が入り、そこからは上へ下への大パニックだったそうだ。化け物だ、工作員だ、引き取る引き取らないの大騒ぎ。しかも彼の担任がテレビ番組のドッキリだからと称して生徒間の平静を取り繕ろうとしてたと。元行方不明者は施設へ送られたが、今は戸籍も元通りになって専修学校の寮に入るらしい。今度そいつに会ったらどこに行ったのかとか、何してたのかとかいろいろ聞く予定。So, this went missing student, parent got a call, of course, that he was found. Then it was, up and down, left and right. It was panic. And, people said, oh, it's a monster. It's a kosakuin. It's an agent from somewhere. And then, should we, take him or not? And it was a turmoil. And then the school's teachers said, oh, this is just a prank from a, TV show. They tried it, but of course it didn't work. And that missing person, came back, who came back, was sent to a certain facility, but he came back, and now he has his own koseki. It's an official record, like somebody was born, this year. It's an official record on the city. It's kind of a census kind of thing. And that was, brought back. And then he's going into a vocational school. He's back in the real world. So when this person sees that guy, he wants to ask where he was or what he was doing. Have you ever had somebody that went missing and came back after a few years? Actually, and then somebody commented, like, how long was he gone? He was gone for 6 years. And he came back without aging. Sounds like a typical Asian, but 6 years is a long time. Have you ever had that kind of experience? Wow. Alright. Next story. The title says, Enigma, 実在しない駅, Hitsuka駅. An enigma, non-existing station. Hitsuka station. Non-existing station. Let's dive in. 俺が昨日体験したことなんだがいい？昨日は剣道教室の鏡開きがあって S 線の終点 H 駅に行ったんだ。まあここまでは何も問題なく稽古して餅食って午後2時ぐらいにお開きになった。So I experienced, something yesterday. Can I speak about it? Talk about it? Yesterday I had a kendo class. Kendo is Japanese martial arts with swords. And we had a kagami biraki. Kagami biraki is a New Year's event that we eat mochi in Japan. And he went on the S line, the very end H station. And there was nothing, wrong. They practiced, they ate mochi, and then about 2 p.m. afternoon, they were dismissed. Regular story. ここからが問題だった。自宅が S 駅ってとこで終点から S 駅までの時間が結構かかるんだわ。小学生相手したり稽古したり餅ついたりしてたから当然耐えられず寝てしまった。不意に目が覚めたら高校時代からこの線を使っているのに聞いたこともない駅に電車が止まっていた。しかし普段混雑までは行かないものの結構人は乗ってるはずなのに誰も乗っていない。駅表示を見ると駅名のところには筆塚駅と書かれていた。あれ？これ異次元駅じゃね？と前に木更木駅とか見た俺は興味本位で降りてみた。なんていうかもう駅が真っ白なの。いや、あれは駅だけが真っ白なんじゃなくてあそこの世界が真っ白かったんだと思う。本当に色がなかった。唯一あったのは駅名の黒い字だけ。降りて3分後ぐらいかな。電車が急に行っちまった。So, from there, he had a problem. His home was in S station, which was very far from the H station that he was at. And during the day, he was, taking care of the elementary school students. He practiced, he ate mochi, he didn't make mochi. So, of course, he couldn't hold and he fell asleep. And when he woke up all of a sudden, he was using this line since he was in high school, but the train was stopped at a station that he never heard of. And this line, they always have people in it, but there were nobody on it. And he went to see the station name and it said Hitsuka Station. And he thought, well, this is another dimension station maybe. So there is I think it's a relatively famous story called Kisaragi Station story. That's also like some mysterious story. So he was, stimulated. So he hopped off the train. And then the station is white, very white. And it's not only the station, the whole world was white. There was no color. The only color there was the black word Hitsuka Station. And then after about 3 minutes, the train took off. And then, もしかして取り残された？帰れないんじゃね？なんて急に恐怖心が湧き出てきた。だって普段どの駅からも見えるはずの外の景色がないし、真っ白で。改札への階段もない。そして誰もいない。やべえよ、俺この子で死ぬのかな。降りなきゃよかった。なんてホームの椅子で頭抱えて途方に暮れてたら、突然なまった喋り方で話しかけられた。あんちゃんなんずした？見ると、5、6歳の性別がどちらかわからない着物を着た可愛らしい。見ると、5、6歳の性別がどちらかわからない着物を着た可愛らしいおかっぱの子がいた。人を見つけた安心から今までの経緯を泣きながら話すといろいろ教えてくれた。本来ならばここは絶対に入ることが許されない場所。あのまま電車に乗っていた方が危なかった。ここで降りてよかった。死の一歩手前。この駅の次にもう一つ駅がある。自分は俺の味方だと。全部話し終わった後、あんちゃんまだ全然運使ってね。それで返してやる。でも次はねえと思え。私の力じゃ1回が限界だ。次送られたら鳥様に頼れ。あとそれもらうど。と言われ、気づけば電車に揺られ、S 駅の2、3駅前にいた。あれは絶対に夢ではなかった。気がついたとき、目を開ける感覚じゃなかったし、何せずっと被ってた俺のニット帽がなくなっていた。もらうってこれだったのか。He thought he was left because the train went. He thought he couldn't go back, so he was so anxious and scared because it was so different from the stations that he knew, and there were no sceneries outside because it was white. There were no stairs to go to the gate, and there was nobody. He thought he was gonna die. He regretted that he, went off the train, and then he was so confused, and he was, holding his head on the home bench, and then all of a sudden, with an accent, there was a person asking, "What happened?" He turned to see there was a 5 to 6 years old. He couldn't tell by the kimono the person was wearing what gender, but there was a small, cute okappa. Okappa is a hairstyle in Japanese. No ko ga ita. And it was a child there. And he was so relieved that he found somebody. And he was explaining, crying, what happened to the child. And then the child replied, "This is not a place ever that somebody's allowed to be in. It was more dangerous if you stayed on that train. This is a place one step before death. And there is another station after this station. And he is your ally." And after talking everything, the child replied, "You haven't used all your luck, and I will send you back with that luck. But there is no next time. Only once I can use the power. If you come back again, you have to ask such so and so," he couldn't hear, "for help, and I will take that." He woke up to find himself in this train 2-3 stations before the S station where he was supposed to get off. And he states that it was not a dream, because when he realized that he was on the station, it didn't feel like he woke up from a dream, and the beanie that he had on was gone. He meant the beanie, and that's it. What kind of story is that? Have you ever been to another world? Guys, leave me comments. This is weird. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed 2 stories. It's a mysterious story from Japanese Reddit of Japan, 2 channel. I will leave you with some Japanese that we learned today. One very useful, one very, very Japanese. The first one, useful, 学校. 学校 means school. For example, elementary school is called 小学校. middle school is 中学校. 学校 is school. And then something very Japanese. In the second story, 鏡開き. 鏡開き. This is an event that we have during the New Year's. It's not a New Year's Day. We always do it on January 11th. And we will break the mochi. We call it kagami mochi. The New Year's giving mochi to the god. We will break the mochi and eat it to wish good health throughout the year. You know, without illness or any diseases. So kagami biraki is kagami. Kagami means mirror in Japanese, but kagami comes from kagami mochi. Kagami mochi is a mochi that is round, that looked like a mirror back in the day. So we will break the kagami mochi and eat it. Why we call it hiraki is because breaking waru doesn't necessarily have a positive meaning, especially when you're wishing for good luck. Therefore, they replaced it with hiraku, to open. So kagami biraki. And we don't use knife to cut the mochi. Why? Because using a knife for something, for a giving mochi to the god, is not good. So instead, we will break it with a wooden hammer. So we will break it. Instead of break, we use it open, hiraku, for kagami mochi, kagami biraki. That is very Japanese. I hope you learned something. All right, leave some comments. So I hope you enjoyed the content. I don't know what time zone you're in, so good morning. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. All right, bye-bye.